Fulani terrorists, they have been destroying churches every blessed day. For you to understand, let me tell you, the highest thing you can do to human being is opening his eyes and giving him knowledge. Not giving him bread, though, for your information. Because there are some people that say, oh, this, that, did you? He used to do good. Do you know how many people he's feeding? Do you know how many people is sent to school, is paying their school fee? That is rubbish. That is nonsense. Do you understand me? After all, and then when he was still active, when he was alive, he used to steal money from the bank and go to markets and start throwing it. Some of you that I know that knew Lawrence Anene and Mondo Sumbo, all of them. That time we are small, 80s. He will rob a bank and go to other places and be spreading the money in the marketplaces. And people, old men and women, will be picking it and blessing him. But he's a criminal. That is for sure. So, what all these pastors are doing, let me tell you, it is not, that is nonsense. If they want, let them employ, let them build transport services or anything to employ people or to feed people. That is nonsense. Do you know the real thing? Telling people the truth. You cannot be scamming people, millions of people, in order to maybe feed 0.001% of them. And the highest thing is to tell them, open their eyes, tell them the truth. Look, government is the problem we have. Do not hold Jesus accountable for your misery. Hold the government. That opening eyes of people, that is the main thing people need. If you are doing it, like our brother is doing, that is the main job he's doing. Not that helping. And now, whenever somebody will come online, this person needs help. Oh yeah, people will be donating. I donate 10,000 naira. I donate 100,000 naira. I donate. Okay, it becomes, how many people can you help? That is the thing. The most important thing is that word you are dishing out. Opening people's eyes that look, this is how it should be. If you understand, that is the word. Because we need to be liberated, as I said, from inside. Energy from the grassroots is highly effective. Energy released from the grassroots, from the tiniest. Do you know atomic bomb? Do you know how it works? Breaking of atom. The smallest particle, before it was theorized that atoms can never be destroyed nor broken. But later on, it was proven false because atom was the smallest particle as of, in the reality of it. But when successfully atom got broken, split, it releases the energy, it became, how do you call it? Spontaneous and the chain reaction. It reacted in chain. The energy became catastrophic. Because it was energy released from the grassroots, from within, not without. From you start from. No, that is the reason why. Do you see this mental emancipation is number one thing. Prior to physical liberation, I have checked it all around. It is the most important thing to liberate ourselves mentally so that you think like a human being. You reason critically and think, ask questions where you should. Not everything you say, once they bring, is God, is Jesus, that side, you don't ask questions, you become afraid. You don't, no need of questioning. No, their common sense doesn't work. When pastors will come out in the pulpit and start telling people that, look, your protector is Jesus. How do your security is Jesus? How do you think that people will be working in order to, hold their governments accountable for security? How do you think so? How? Tell me. How? That is the thing. When you start dishing lies, oh, the pastor is feeding them, or he's feeding some people, he dashing people food, even he bought car for the. That is nonsense. It's making you to become complete slaves. Are the Europeans not giving aid to Africa? Are they not giving aid to Niger Republic? But it's the second poorest country in the world. Whereas the main thing, the population are being, put in blindness, saying that, oh, you are practicing democracy, don't worry, everything is okay. They are giving them aids. Does that help? The most important thing you can do for a people is to open their eyes, tell them the truth, tell them the reality, let them expose the things that are hidden. Now you see people start getting things right. Do you see it? That is the highest thing Radio Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, and is ricocheting everywhere. People are doing it in different versions. Our brother is doing his own. Others are also doing. You might not understand the extent of what it, because the powers that be in religion, they are now jittery. They are afraid. They are not afraid because maybe these people they are dashing people, they are buying people with money. No, they are not afraid that they are telling people, oh, please come now, change your religion. No, but the exposition, opening people's eyes, that is what makes them afraid. That this seed that is being sown in no distant time, that is what is happening, and it is bringing awakening. It has been so. Remember, the revolution, the French Revolution, it wasn't easy. The religious people, because France is Catholic till tomorrow. Catholic fought in order for people not to rise up. The bishops, Pope, all of them fought. To the extent, even Napoleon Bonaparte, he arrested the Pope. Do you understand? For people, that is the height of abomination a person can commit. But the revolutionist Bonaparte, Napoleon Bonaparte, had to arrest a pope that was anti-revolutionary on what he did. He had to arrest him and deport him to, I think, one island, French island. Do you see how it can go? Because these religious leaders, they don't want you. What they fear is you are opening eyes to start asking them questions, to start telling them, look, before you deceived us that God sent you, but now we have understood that after all, we are all equal human beings. Do you understand me? That is their highest fear. That is why one of them have to go to, they have been reporting our brother and many of us to their Jesus in Nigeria. He didn't answer them. Now they have to go to, travel to Alanso for them. Because there is no Alanso in Africa now. You are going to pilgrimage. Holy place. You go to Rome in Europe, or you go to Asia in Israel, or Mecca in Saudi Arabia. Where is your own holy place? And after you'll be demanding for equality, in being to be treated as equal human being in this world. Where is your own holy place in Africa? That is a rhetorical question you should ask yourself, because you condemned everything. They program you to condemn your own self, your ancestors. And now you start defending people, you are killers. People that killed millions and millions of our ancestors, enslaved them. You are worshiping them. So why should any person regard you, take you to be equal human being? You are a robot. You are a robot. It's just like your car. If you want, you can take your car into the junk, because it doesn't matter how costly it is your property. That is how the Europeans take us. And that is why they are removing Tinubu and other West African leaders, political leaders, in order to go to fight their dirty war for them in Niger, for their interests, for the Western interests and nothing more. And they are comfortable always referring to Niger as the poorest country in the world, or the second poorest country in the world. But they are democratic. What has democracy brought? That is a question you need to answer. What has democracy brought to Niger? Is it not a question that needs answer? Oh yeah, they praise you. Oh, you have a election, free and fair election. And what is the result to the people? That is the question you should answer. Oh, PVC. What is it? What is that thing bringing to us as a people? I say, don't worry. I think this week I have to come up in earnest in order to, because on a mem look at them, trying to explode inside me. I'm telling you, when you see things that are happening and things that should be explained more and more, but we must continue. This is time to wake up from slumber. O ye Africa, the lowest of the low in this world. Are you not ashamed? Are you not ashamed roaming in the streets of Europe, being talked against everywhere in Europe? Are you not ashamed being called all sorts of names in the streets of America, everywhere in the West? This Madam Zite Chikombo said, we need to understand that Africa is sick. You understand? That we are sick. When you realize as a sick person that yes, I'm sick, now you look for solution. Do you understand me? You look for solution. But when you don't understand, now you will not. You will say, no, I'm nothing. I'm okay, and I'm not sick. And one day it won't pay. Africa, we are now that awareness that Africa is sick. That the religion they brought to us, it made us more sick. It put us into idiocy. Let me tell you, do you know the reason why Portugal destroyed the longest and the highest wall in the world in Idu, the present-day Benin Kingdom? Do you know the reason? Because the walls contains, that time our ancestors, they were right astrology, science of wizardry, all mathematics, everything. They are keeping it, writing it in the wall, so that future generations can learn. From there, we develop. When the Europeans came, the Portuguese came, they saw it. They said, if we leave people with this thing, they will control the whole world. And they destroyed a 13,000 plus kilometer wall, the highest in the world. Not the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is less than, I think, 4,000 kilometers or kilometers. But the Benin Wall, the highest, the longest in the world. But they will not tell you this. They brought it down. Complete, they destroyed it. People that did this thing, they give you a savior. You know a different there. I'm telling you. If you don't shine your eyes now, I don't know. We should be tired of being stupid. I the stupid. Collectively as a people, I the stupid. That is why we don't have respect anywhere in the world. That is why Africans, you only try to hide yourself in the midst of your saviors now, so that you get their passports. Don't you see that? When you get an American passport, you're happy. You are happy. You understand me? Anyway, we must continue. I will just hold on a bit. Let me regulate something.
All right. Who owns Catholic? Italians, Europeans. Who owns Anglican? England, Europeans. Who owns Pentecostal? USA, America. Who owns Islam? Arabics. All these religions are not owned by African or invented by any African country or ancestors, state or country. Listen, or people. Listen, Africa. Then, African Christians, where do you go for pilgrimage?
As I was saying, this is the time for Africa to rise up. It is ricocheting everywhere. This is the time for Africa to rise up. There is this news headline, please, before our people, my guests today, before they come. Court orders Nigeria police to release journalists Nonsonkwa detained for allegedly insulting government Uzodinma and Sale Dokubo. Court has ordered the Nigerian police. But can I ask this? Why is it that is the Nigerian police normally, do they have the right to detain somebody indefinite in their, not even sending the person to prison? Because the Nigerian police is not in charge of the prison. You know, normally, once you are arrested in under normal, constitution, Nigeria constitution, the police have a limited time to detain you for days and take you to court. Once they take you to court, their hand is off your case. It is now court to summon you and the IPO. You are in their hand. And any person in the hand of the courts, in the hand of courts, should be kept in jail, in prison. You understand? But Nigeria is not a country, it's nothing is organized. Police, you can go to police and see people that have been there for years. In police custom, police. And you ask, what type of country is this? This nonsense. And you know one thing, this man has been outspoken, defending the interests of the public, mostly in Imo State. Once, when he was kidnapped, did people come up? Did people come up to protest and say, release this man? No, everybody went there as if nothing happened. This is the life of slaves. You could study the lives of slaves in the New World. And do you understand me? Somebody, slaves will be, working together in the farm, some in the house, and they will feel the slaves working every night. They will stay together and eat under one master. One day or one night, one person will be taken for nothing, for no reason, and go and be slaughtered or be sold. A few of them will be taken to be sold. And when they come out, they know what happened, no, but they pretend as if they did. This one will look this one. This one will, no comments. Everybody will continue their their duty as if nothing happened. They have kidnapped. No murmuring even. They will look, because it is the same fate that is facing each and every one of them. The same fate. So that is the life people are living in Nigeria. Life of slaves. No. Somebody that is talking, defending public interests, everybody, he will be kidnapped. And everybody does. It will behave as if nothing happens. Or nothing happened. No person will rise up because they believe once you rise up, they will come and kill you. People are slaves in Nigeria, the population. Now, how do you the Igbo person. But nothing happened. Do you see the life we are living? The life of a slave. That we need to get out from this contraption even since yesterday. I'm telling you. Without taking any much time, I'm going to bring in my guest today, Mazi Austine, the European rep with his coordinators. I am handing over the platform to Mazi Austine. Mazi Austine, can you hear me? Please confirm.
Yes, Mazi Chinedu, I can hear you. Good
There,
evening from
Mazi,
here.
take over the platform. There,
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mazi. Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, IPOB members all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to some of you, depending on your time zone. My name is Mazi Austine Agbayim. I come from Amike. Amike is in Olu province of Biafra land, and by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a European representative and a member of DOS. We have come once again to interact and to inform, to communicate, and to disseminate information that we thought to be very, very necessary for Biafrans all over the world to know where we stand in our struggle, the obstacles we are facing, challenges that we must surmount, and what have you. So before I go on, I would like to greet our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike, one of Biafra land. He is a prisoner of conscience. He has committed no crime known to law. He has been discharged and acquitted since October 2022. The reason why he is still in detention is beyond me and goes to show that Nigeria is a failed state. They arrest somebody without evidence, and when that person is in detention, they will start hunting for evidence. They will go as far as getting infiltrators, getting saboteurs, give them huge amount of money to start fabricating criminal activities in Biafra land, mentioning the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why he's still there. They will tell you Nnamdi Kanu must be released, and then they will kill few people, burn some markets, destroy goods and services and livelihood of our people in the name of Nnamdi Kanu, who has said several times that he wants Biafra land to be peaceful. The Directorate of State, headed by Mazi Austine, has made it clear by himself, the head of directorate, through our media and publicity secretary, Mazi Mapowerful, and through Mazina Samoru, and myself. Many of our DOS members have come on air to tell Biafrans that the sit at home has been cancelled. But the reason why these people are still holding on to it, telling you that DOS has betrayed our leader, they have taken money from the governors, they have been bribed, they have been bought over. This is just to rubbish your mind, because some of you, as our leader has said many times, you enjoy listening to gossip because of your envy and jealousy. So the truth has eluded you. If you are standing on the path of truth, you know that this Directorate of State has been here from onset. We have faced many challenges in this struggle. We have faced unnumbered challenges and troubles at many different times. And we have been faithful. We have been steadfast. We have remained consistent. in our ideology and in our philosophy, as our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has taught us. So if we are to betray our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we would have done that when he was launching ESN. Did anybody hear that we were launching ESN until we launched it? Or you thought that it was not this Directorate of State that put it in place? When the Zoo government came to Faruku to kill our leader, and in the process they killed 28 men that was there to defend him, and he was missing for 11 months or even 13 months. Who was, managing this struggle? Did we overthrow him? Did we betray him? When he appeared in Israel, we handed over the leadership back to him because we were the ones behind his trip from the zoo to Israel. We didn't betray him. We didn't put him into trouble. Why now? So those people who are pointing fingers on DOS were the ones who betrayed our leader, because by their fruit, you know them. They were the one making money out of this struggle, concocting all manner of lies, trying to see if they can deceive you. But we are here to tell you that regardless of the shenanigans of the enemies, of the saboteurs and the infiltrators, hard work, and because of our tenacity, Europe has remained intact. And that's why we've been coming batch by batch with every national coordinator that is in Europe, that they may tell Biafrans all over the world how they are managing the IPOB affairs in their own countries of jurisdiction and what they think about all the happenings in our struggle. So before I continue, I want to make one important announcement, which is to tell Biafrans that on the 14th of October, no, September rather, 14th of September 2023 is when our leader is going to appear in the Supreme Court. And like I said last time when I came on air, all eyes are on the Supreme Court of the zoo called Nigeria. Their decision will either make them or break them. Nigeria is dead. We all know, because of their unworkable policies that is very, very subjugating to the populace. But when they are going to be buried, if they will mess around with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which has been concluded and passed by many other courts of jurisdiction, beginning with the ECOWAS court, UN working group, the High Court in Omar here, Federal High Court, and the Federal Court of Appeal in Abuja. All these courts of jurisdiction has one time or the other discharged and acquitted our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So bringing this matter to the Supreme Court, all eyes are on the Supreme Court of the zoo called Nigeria. From all the international communities where IPOB is domiciled, we have made contacts, diplomatic contacts with leaders in those countries, and their eyes are fixed on the zoo to see if they are going to, dance the surrogate dance, because we have known the zoo judiciary as being piloted by the executive, which is very, very sad indeed. It is a cash and carry justice, but because of the doggedness of our lead counsel, our lawyers in Biafra land that are defending our leader and the IPOB, we have managed to come out victoriously in the zoo, not regardless of all their corruption and all their travesty. We managed to win that case, and nothing is going to change that victory come 14th of September 2023. At the same time, we would like to ask Biafrans all over the world, except those in Biafra land, to start making sure that you are going to go on a peaceful rally on that day in solidarity with our leader, wherever you are. Start from tomorrow or start from Monday to organize yourselves and see if you can obtain permits to go for a rally on the 14th September in solidarity for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is going to ostensibly released on that day, because that's what we are looking for, that's what we are praying for, and that's what we are working towards, that is going to be released on that day, because there is no reason to keep him detained, tortured mentally and physically, and the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching in silence. The same thing they did during the Biafran War, the genocide against Biafra. They were all watching, and millions of Biafrans were slaughtered, and they kept quiet even till today. The genocide against Biafra has now been recognized. That goes to show you the double standard of the world where we live in. Freedom is not given, it is taken. And we have reason to take our freedom by ourselves. That's why IPOB has come to stay. IPOB is here to stay, and you shall do well to continue to support the leadership of IPOB and what we are doing. We are not here to take what belongs to any other person or any other ethnic group or tribe in the zoo called Nigeria. We are here to take what belongs to us. And through our own freedom, every other ethnic group in the zoo called Nigeria can benefit from our own freedom, because that is going to give them the leeway to also go for their own referendum and be free. Because as we speak, nobody is free in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria has no economy, so the sit at home has not done anything to them, because they don't care whether you sit at home for 1 year or 2 years or 5 years. They don't know what is economy, because you cannot have economy without having constant electricity supply. Any country without electricity supply has no economy. Everything has to be done in any country must start with electricity. Be it in your industry, in your home, in the hospital, in your whatever you do, electricity must be there 24/7. So you don't have electricity, you don't have water, you don't have judicial system that is working, you don't have schools that are working, you don't have amenities that make this life livable, and you're calling yourself a nation or a country. Doesn't make sense to anybody. So without all these things, there's no way Nigeria can benefit any of us. It has not benefited anyone that I know, except those who are in political arena, stealing what belongs to the people and enriching themselves and their own families. We are talking about a country that cares for every citizen and even foreigners that live in it. That's why we need Biafra. And that's why everyone should continue to do what they are doing to support this struggle until we achieve our goal, which is primarily the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And after that, we will slate our own campaign for Biafra referendum, which is very, very imminent. Therefore, 14th of September, it's a saboteur day, and it is the day that our leader is going to court. We are employing everyone, every IPOB family member in the diaspora, to ensure that you arrange yourselves, make yourself available, take off from your duties, and organize yourself to stage peaceful protest wherever you are, as we are used to, as we are known for. No violence, no anything that will bring disharmony where you live. As our modus operandi has been, conduct yourself and go on that day in solidarity with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who will be going to court and who will be released on that day. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead now to call on the coordinators who have come with me tonight to speak to Biafrans from different parts of Europe. I will start by calling on Mazi John Paul Madu. Mazi Madu is our coordinator in Malta. And Mazi Madu, if you can hear me, the floor is yours now to address Biafrans. They were watching it.
Thank you, Mazi Austine Agbayim, for this wonderful and great opportunity to speak to my people, Biafran lovers of freedom all over the world. My names are Madu John Paul Tochukwu. I came from Ubunka in Orumba South local government, Biafran land. I'm sending my greeting to the host, Mazi Chinedu, and I'm recommending him for his great job, for everything that he has been doing for the restoration of Biafra. And I also extend my greetings to the HOD and DOS. They are the reason why we are still here today. They are the reason why this struggling is still going on today. They are the reason why the enemy didn't penetrate into the deep of the struggling. They are the pillar that have been there with our able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prophet of our time, the Moses of our time. They have been the trusted followers, the ones that have been carrying this cross with him. I also extend my greeting to the lovers of freedom, IPOB, all over the world, most especially the IPOB residing here in Malta with me, for their great support and their wonderful work and their sacrifice and everything they have been doing for the restoration of our sovereign nation, Biafra. I am encouraging Biafran all over the world to hold on the struggling. They should not give the enemy the chance to destroy what we have been building for years. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, started this struggling and bring us all together through this Radio Biafran. And we believe in him just by hearing the truth coming out from his mind. And we call him our able leader. And we still believe in the HOD and the DOS because they have been the closest family he have on this struggling. They have been with him right from day one. He have been incarcerated before. After some years, he came out. And the HOD and DOS, they handled this struggling like never before. The enemy, they tried all means to penetrate, to destroy. But they didn't give them any chance to do that. And when he surfaced on Israel, they hand over everything to him. That is what we call a hardcore IPOB. A die-hard IPOB that they are. Because our leader always lead by example that we should follow. He lead them by example, they followed and we followed. There is a saying in the Bible This was a story, but history have a way of repeating itself. About the Israelite and Moses. He took them out from Egypt. He brought them somewhere, and he had to leave them for some days to get the commandment for them. When he left, some saboteurs, they started agitating within themselves. Some ekperimas, they came in to destroy what the Lord have already ordained that it's going to be. Some of the Israelites was deceived, and they fell into the rampart. But when the leader came back, he was disappointed on them. But being a leader that he is, he gave them time to make a choice. Come over to him or remain to the other side. The faithful one, they went over to him. And the other one, they perish with the commandment. Our people do go to church. They receive the gospel every time. But they still don't know the meaning that all those things are like a warning in our daily life, what we are doing. Our leader is in the hand of the enemy. IPOB, we are waxing strong. IPOB Europe, IPOB all over the world. We are under the command of our able leader, Mazi Austine Kanu, and the HOD and the DOS. Mazi Chika, Idosium, is a noble man, a good man indeed. We can never betray the cause of the restoration of Biafra. The enemy, this is not the first time. They are always attacking us in different angles, coming with different titles. But after everything, after how they have tried, they always fail. They have tried to hijack the struggle by all means, but they always fail. I am encouraging Biafran all over the world, those in Biafran land. This is the time for us to be whiter than snow. We have to be wiser than serpent. We should not like the destroyer to come over to use us to destroy what we have been building for years. We should not let the enemy to penetrate us. We should not destroy what we have been building for years with our hand. Our leader is coming out to join us. Our able leader is coming out to join us. Come 14th of September, by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. And the evil one, the enemies, the saboteurs, those people that jump through the window to destroy what we have been doing for years, they will be ashamed and they will perish. We Biafra here in Malta, we are strongly behind our able leader Mazi Austine Kanu, the HOD, the leader Mazi Chika Edosium, the DOS, and all the officers working out seriously in the restoration of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike Biafra. We are with them. We IPOB here in Malta, Europe. We don't have any other leader. And we are not even thinking to have any other leader. We have one leader, which is Nnamdi Kanu. And he is the one we are strongly behind. Keeping through his rules, his regulations, the rules of IPOB, which he stands for. Or he is IPOB. Or he is our mentor. He is our leader. We have faced a lot of challenges, and we hope come out victorious. They will fail because they have already failed. All the atrocity they are committing, we are all following the court case. Know that our leader have nothing. They have nothing to keep in there. But they have paid the saboteurs. They paid them to destroy what he have labored for years. But by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, that makes it possible for us to have the HOD and the DOS. They keep dismantling every block that those saboteurs are laying in order to block the coming out of our leader. They keep dismantling it. I cannot stop thanking them for their great job. I cannot stop thanking them for being faithful, for being there for us. I am urging IPOB all over the world to put their trust in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the indigenous people of Biafra and the HOD and DOS that are leading the struggle for us for now. They are the one we believe, they are the one we trust, because they are doing the bid of our able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I am thanking our hosts, Mazi Chinedu, once again for giving me opportunity to speak to our people, to all the lovers of freedom all over the world. I thank you guys, and I'm asking everyone to remain resolute. Or hey, Biafran. Mazi Austine Agbayim, over to you.
There were Mazi Madu. You have done excellently, very well in your dissemination tonight. You have hit it the way it is, and Biafrans all over the world are listening, and they have heard you. We believe by so doing, we are going to, start to complete what our leader has been preaching and what Mazi Jonathan has also been preaching. The mental slavery, we have come to help you to get over it and start thinking for yourselves. Because, like I said, information gives you knowledge, and knowledge gives you power. That's why we are here to enlighten you from our own, from the virtue of our own position. We can see a lot of things that you may not see where you are, and you shall do well to listen to the information that we are going to be giving you tonight and subsequent weeks that are coming, because we are not done yet. It is not over until it is over. So we have to remain consistent. We have to remain formidable. We have to remain incorruptible. Most of all, we have to remain steadfast and focused, because there are a lot of distractions everywhere, trying to see if they can somehow try to deceive, try to derail or detract our struggle. But they have failed woefully, and they will continue to fail. Sit at home has been dead and buried. We know that whenever we have sit at home, mostly will be on the 30th of May, which is our national day. That one is automatically, everybody knows it. The infiltrators and the saboteurs have come to ridicule the hallowed day we used to remember our heroes and heroines, those who paid the ultimate price that we may live. They have come to rubbish that sit at home. But we are going to tell them that we have started this struggle, and they have no place in what we are doing. The way they come through the back door, they are going to go away from the back door because we don't know them and they don't know us. So let me not waste much of your time. I'm going ahead to call the next person. The next coordinator to speak tonight is Mazi Austine Stanley. Mazi Austine is our coordinator in Sweden, and he is here to speak to Biafrans and tell us what is happening in Sweden and what he thinks about the struggle in general. Mazi Austine, if you can hear me, please take the floor now.
Thank you, Mazi Abayim. Thank you for this ample opportunity to speak to Biafrans. My name is Mazi Stanley Onokafo. I hail from Ezinhite, in a province of Biafra land. Good evening, Biafrans, wherever you are domiciled. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to every one of you, according to your time zone. My greetings goes first to our leader, the man that woke us up when most of us were sleeping. The man that saw tomorrow, and men couldn't believe that he hesitated to inform us and educate us on things to come. And the most of them have indeed come to pass. So I salute him. I say, may God continue to bless and protect him wherever he is at this time. And I salute the DOS, those that has been holding this mantle till date. I salute their courage. They are indeed men given to us by the Almighty to guide us at a time like this and to lead us to the promised land. I salute everyone working on the radio, because these men working on the radio, they are all selected by Elohim himself to bring the message of freedom to us at all times. And when they speak, you see the wisdom in them, and you know indeed that heaven is backing whatever we are doing. I am so happy at all times listening to them and listening to this hallowed platform, Radio Biafra. And I will not forget the ESN, the man that's standing on the line, defending our dear land. And very importantly, I am greeting the people of Sweden, the IPOB Sweden. They are indeed great people. I salute all the principal officers. I salute all the zonal coordinators. And I salute everyone in the zones in Sweden. So I say, may God continue to bless and keep you all. In this our journey towards freedom, a lot has been happening, but God himself has prepared us even before time. That's why our leader said to us that there are those called for this. So if you are not called, you will fizzle out as time goes on, because there are those called even from their mother's womb to fight, to lead our people to freedom. Mazi Kanu has come, and he is the one to lead us into Biafra, as God has mandated him. He has suffered a lot even before this time. And he is still suffering because of a single reason. He wants to save his people. That is his crime. It's laughable indeed, because we found ourselves in a land where people in the government do not reason. Because a man said he wants freedom, that's why you have locked him up, beat him up, and hold him under custody for over 2 years now. So, Mazi Austine Agbayim has suffered it all, simply because he wants to save you and I today. And his messages are still echoing and re-echoing in the minds of our people, not only in the minds of our people, but in all Africa as a whole. We can see what is going on today. But our people forget so quickly. This man told us that we are going to be the one to disappoint him. He don't mean all of us. He mean you. I mean you that is confused today. He's talking about you because he know that you are going to fail him. It is a pity that you failed a man like this, who God has sent to free you from the bondage of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. This is a shame. It is a shame to you that he said this and you are bringing it to pass in your own life. Today, just because the enemy catch up on him simply because he's trying to save you, but you have abandoned him. You don't want to even listen to the same radio you've been listening, and the same place you had the message from the first place. Today, the devil has said to you, do not listen to Radio Biafra. But this is the radio where you've been learning, all of you. So I am actually referring to those who have who say they are confused. Because if you are confused, I believe you are the one confusing yourself. IPOB did not change name. Radio Biafra did not change name. DOS was already working with Mazi before his rendition. And Mazi, as a father he is, he talked to all of us before he even left. He told you to stay where you are. Do not move. He told you that the enemy will come to buy you. But indeed, some of you have made it possible for the enemy to buy you indeed, by abandoning what you believe, abandoning the man that is fighting for you, abandoning the leadership he set up by himself. It's quite a pity. He forgot all his messages. He forgot what he did to our people during the lockdown. He forgot the palliative he gave to our people. He forgot when the enemies of Biafra came, massacring our people, came to our farms to chase our women, our mothers out of the farm so that they will die out of hunger. He saw those things and he saw his effort. He saw the ESN he created, and you can also see the work they have done even till today, serving our people. So it's all about you to decide what you want to become of yourself. So if you tell me you're confused, you don't know who to follow, I will look at you with another eye, thinking maybe you have lost your sense. So those who are deceiving you, they are paid to do so. But you do not know. But you don't have any excuse today because you have been warned. The truth is open. The information has gone out, it's viral, that IPOB is one. There is no other one, no division in IPOB, no faction, so to say. IPOB is intact. And if you have chosen to follow other ways, that's your business. Because Mazi told us that we are going to get Biafra under one family, not two. And that is IPOB, through the leadership of the DOS. The men and women in DOS, they have been working very hard to keep this family moving. Remember, these are men that has families like you and I. They are not being paid for this job, but because they have chosen not to remain slaves in that very land that is called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, the land that eats its own people raw. Because of this very conviction, they have vowed to pilot this very affair. It is your duty to help, to strengthen them, to give them the support they need. If you fail to support them, it means you're failing to support yourself, because they are not fighting for themselves alone. They are fighting to save you and I. They are fighting to save our land. We can't continue running away from our land, because Nigeria has nothing good to offer. Not at all, not for our people. Nigeria sent their military, their police on our streets. They are robbing our people every day, every night, extorting them. There is no company in Biafra land built by the government to help our people. There is nothing like a presence of the government you can see in our land, except their military and police carrying gun in our streets, moving everywhere on our streets, terrorizing our kids, making them to turn out to become something else, shooting people on broad daylight. This is only what you can see of Nigeria in Biafra land. And IPOB has decided that our land will be free. This can only be possible if you can avail this very opportunity to support this movement. Because without us restoring Biafra, I don't know what will be our fate in that land. And this very generation must restore Biafra. We are not going to allow this or leave this for our kids to fight. Otherwise, our generation will be slaves forever. But God forbid. We are going to put all our best to see that we restore Biafra, the land given to us by God himself. The politicians in our land, they are not helping matters because they were not elected by the people. They tell us about democracy, which ordinarily should be the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. But you know the truth, that those deciding what is going on in Biafra land today are not voted by our people. You know that one. You know that those deciding in our land today as politicians, they are not for our people. You know that. So what is democracy for? These people are planted by our enemies to enslave us. Because of what? Nigeria is a British company. And the earlier we pull ourselves out of Nigeria, the better for us. We have stayed too long in Nigeria, and it's affecting the brain of our people. It is affecting our culture. It is affecting our well-being as a people. Our people cannot continue to run away. We must get Biafra and fix our land before they finish what is left of us. We can see what is going on today in Africa. We can see in places like Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, and Niger. This is what our leader saw, and this is also part of the benefit of his message of freedom. They have grabbed this message and they are running with it to free themselves from slavery. It's up to you and I, whom this message was brought to directly, to make use of it while the sun shines. And I want to tell you that Nigeria cannot do the same, because Nigeria was not in the first instance formed to run as a country. Rather, it's a company, and the company has somebody he handed over to run for him. I mean, the owners of the company, they handed over to somebody who is deciding. And those people are not indigenous, and they are doing it the way that it can benefit them, not for you. But remember that we are a blessed people. God gave us everything to live a meaningful life. But lo and behold, we have not been able to make proper use of all that God has endowed us with. So I want to tell you that IPOB Sweden is intact under the leadership of our great leader, Mazi Kanu. And this generation of Biafra must restore Biafra. We cannot leave it to our children to do. And we cannot see the light and choose to remain in darkness. No one else will do this for us. We will do it by ourselves. If you are a Biafran in Sweden and you have not joined IPOB, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're a Biafran and you are not supporting what we are doing, you don't pay your dues, you don't support ESN, I don't know what I can tell you. But believe you me, you're not helping issues for yourself. If we continue running away like this, it means we are going to create a very big problem for our children in the future. We need to come together as a people. God gave us everything we need. Biafrans are wise people. Everywhere you are, you're a Biafran. Ask yourself what you have contributed to your own freedom. You must do it. And it's something you do selflessly. If you are being paid to go for your freedom, to fight for your freedom, I am sorry for you, because you must actually be a businessman. And when you do business with your life, believe you me, you are a bad businessman, because it's going to be very, very detrimental to you and to your children. So the only thing you can do is to support our freedom. The same way other people in Africa today are struggling to free themselves. Biafra must free from the shackles, from the bondage of the enemy. So, and we must do it. So if you are not supporting what you're doing and you think you can pinch it, you can discourage it, believe you me, you are wasting your time in vain. Because God in heaven has mandated IPOB. And as we have come, it's better for you to join us. Biafra must be restored. So in every zone in Sweden, I urge you to keep the list of membership intact, because time will come when we will require such records. As I told you, send the whole list to me also, because at the end of the day, when we will be remembering what our enemies did to us, we will remember those that also fought for the freedom, and we will also not fail to remember those who sat on the fence and watched while our people are dying, those who decided consciously or unconsciously to be slaves in their own land. But may God help us to help ourselves as we move on. May God bless Biafrans, wherever you are, all of you, and give you the understanding of the time and what is needed to be done. Thank you so much, Omochineke. Mazi Austine, I'm giving back to you. Thank you from here. I sign off.
There were Mazi Onukafo. You have done very well. You have delivered your speech, and I promise you that your speech has been received. Biafrans are listening attentively because this is where we worship. As our leader had said at the beginning, Radio Biafra is where we worship because this is where we disseminate undiluted information that is very, very useful for your opinion building and decision making. There's no other platform in this world that you hear undiluted truth as here, because we don't do anything for money. We are not here to make advertisements. We are not here to make money. We are here to preach the gospel of liberation and gospel of salvation for our people. We have suffered enough, and our blood has been shed enough. The blood of Biafrans has always been offered on the altar of one Nigeria, and we have come to put a stop to that. Even as IPOB has started, so we are going to make sure that this journey we started, which is almost coming to the end, we never allow to see corruption. Those who have tried, they have failed. Go and ask them, they will tell you, because there is an invisible hand that is piloting the affairs of this Biafra Restoration Project. Not me, not Edoziem, not any other person, but Chukwu Kabiama himself is doing it. So thank you, Mazi, for what you have just delivered. Let me go ahead to call the next person in line, which is Mazi Mark Igboanugo. Mark Igboanugo is our coordinator in Luxembourg. Mazi Igboanugo, if you can hear me, the floor is yours now. There we go.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. And thank you, my brother Jonathan, for having me in this great hallowed platform, Radio Biafra. Is where we worship. It is a great honor to have you people this evening. My name is Mark Chuksi Banugo. I serve indigenous people of Biafra as a national coordinator here in Luxembourg. And first, I want to use this opportunity to greet the indefatigable leader, our leader, Ahamadike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, sir, I greet you. You are the hero of our time. You are the prophet of our time. And in due time, we ask you already be free. You are free. You're a free man because you have not done anything. You're only asking for free your people. And then Nigerian must free you. You have discharged and acquitted from the judiciary, and you must be free. Mazi, greetings to our head of director of state, Mazi Chike Doziem, and other directorates, Mazi Azayoba, Mazi Nashi, Mazi, many of them. Mazi, can you permit me to use our dialect?
Yes, Mazi, go ahead.
Okay. Ụmụnna m ekene m ụnụ ndị Igbo. Kenekwa ndị Biafra niile. Greetings to IPOB, also Luxembourg and the Grand Legion. You people are making us great, making us to move forward. Mazi, ihe mere ndị Igbo, ihe mere anyị nwere ndị Igbo. You know, I joined this struggle for a long time, since 2014. So I found out that ihe melani. First of all, our people, our elders. That's where my parents go through. Our elders, some of our elders. Ndị Igbo enwezi onye na-ekwuru ha, anyị enwezi ndị na-ekwuru anyị. You know, all these things that happen to our people. Our people no na, our people were just like ndị be anyị nọ kịta ka enwe na ama n'ụlọ na enwe osi n'ụkwa ofe n'ọjị si n'ọjị fee na ube si n'ube fee na onwezi onye na-ekwuru anyị. And this is my pen. But as IPOB, I thank IPOB and all the leaders of IPOB for putting this session of Biafra, and also our leader, Mazi Austine, that opened our eyes to understand the situation where we are now. Mazi, coming to, I'm not going to talk about the infiltrators we have in our land, because it's many. And if you are in Biafra, if you are in IPOB, we already dictated them, and we understand the way they are shenanigans. You know, since onye ọbụla non IPOB ya chọpụta ihe na-eme anyị, you know, from day one, and this thing continue. Then ewepụtala anyị ọnọkọta na ha ebutekwa another person a na-akpọ Ebelima nọ na Finland. Onye nke ahụ ebidokwa nke ya na, and ndị be anyị achọghị ma ihe. You know, obipụtala anyị Idu. After nke Idu aga, obipụtala anyị autopilot aga, obipụtala anyị DOE nke ahụ aga, obipụta Simon Ekpa Osino this ESM nke ahụ aga, now obido Prime Minister. Ndị Igbo, when are we going to learn? When are we going to wake up? You know, we IPOB, we are IPOB, you know, we are all these things. We understand all these things. So all of us have to wake up. Wake up. And again, our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ụmụnne Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wee na-agba mgba ụmụ ihe ya na-agba. Then ịma na nwanne gị nọ n'ime, nwanne gị nọ n'ime, you know, ihe focus bụ ị na-agba ndị na-achọ ka ewepụta ka akpọpụta nwanne gị, ị na-agba ha mbọ due to ego nke ụwa anụnwa. Ebe unu na-ege ntị m na ụmụnne Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, unu pụta na ebe unu na-aga n'ụzọ adọghị ya. As we IPOB, you know, anyị akpụghị isi chela agụba, and nothing, we don't have no back to go. Biafra is our religion, and Biafra, we must get it, and our leader Nnamdi Kanu must be free. Mas ihe eme na ndị Igbo, ihe eme na anyị, we need to wake up. Igbo, wake up. Biafrans, wake up. Mas, let me say something. There's something that I found out when I went to Biafra land. Do you know I went to a wedding? I got a wedding. One of our brother, name a wedding. Then at that event, a lot of us, many of our friends, they came with security. All of them. Some came with army. Some came with police. Some came with a lot of things. Then after that event, I was there with some friends. Then something came in my mind. Then I start looking at those people, those military that I was protecting, the useless people that came, the useless, gullible ones that came there. If you check their badge, all their badge of their military uniform, all of them, none of them is an Igbo or any somebody that coming from Biafra land, all of them is an Hausa Boko Haram terrorist. You know. Then when I came back home, Mazi, I stay maybe 30 minutes to think about what is coming to us. And our people don't want to wake up. Our people don't want to wake up. Only IPOB. Only IPOB. And we have elders. We have Cardinal Alinze, who told our people that they have to go to politics. Then after politics, Cardinal Alinze, now Peter Obi went to that place. You said, let us go to politics and come back. Where is Cardinal Alinze? That shows you the people that they are serving. Man, so we have ICC President George, who is from Igbo descent, Igbo. And since all these things that happen to us is happening, but there's nowhere to find him. Man, so we have somebody, a Biafran called Okonji Iweala. How many of them? We have all these people, but they are not. That shows you that these people are not for your freedom. So that's why we must buckle up. We must buckle up. We must fight. We must fight. Others, they are already waking up. Other Africans. Look at what is happening in Niger. You know. Then they brought one criminal in Finland to come and destroy us. And all the gullible Igbo people are following this criminal. You're following him. Every day he will say one thing, tomorrow he will say another thing, another day he will say another thing, and you're still following him. I'm sorry for the Igbo. But we are here. We are here. I don't want to say much, Mazi, because the time is already there. I just want to greet most especially all our leaders, DOS, for standing strongly to making us to moving this struggle forward. Also, my greetings go to our great media warriors. You people are doing us great, and also all the Biafrans worldwide, and also all the anchors of Radio Biafra, Mazi Jonathan. I respect you, sir, and others, many of others. Mazi Alozie. I don't have much to say because when I heard what is going on in our place, it's very, very, very sad. But that's Biafra is our religion. Biafra is where Biafra must be free, and our leader must be free, whether they like it or not. Our leader must be free. The Son of Man must be free, and he is already free. But they have to leave this man because this man is our precious. That's what all I have to say. And I want to thank you, my brother, my brother Mazi Austine, for leading us. And may God continue to give you wisdom, understanding, and all whatever you will see Biafra. You will see Biafra. Thank you, Mazi, and thank Mazi Jonathan.
You say watching you say you have done very well. You have delivered your message from your own perspective as well, and it is really, really appreciated and understood. Thank you, Mazi. You are doing very well in Luxembourg. Let me go ahead to call the last but not the least of the coordinators we have here tonight, in the presence of Mazi Nnamdi Obodechi. Mazi Nnamdi Obodechi is our coordinator in Greece, IPOB Greece. Mazi Obodechi, if you can hear me, please take on the floor now and speak to Biafrans.
Maz, thank you. Am I coming clear?
Yes, go ahead, Mazi.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans. But before I go on, let me introduce my very self. My name is Mazi Nnamdi Aka Ojukwu Ibonina from Ihala. It is a privilege that I am the National Coordinator of IPOB in Greece with my humble heart. Fellow Biafrans, the friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and men and women of goodwill. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, according to your time zone. Today, being the 19th of August, 2023, IPOB European coordinators have gathered with the coordination of Mazi Austine Agbayim, our European rep, to expose all the evil activities or criminalities happening in Biafra land by some group of people that call themselves this or that, autopilot or whatever they may call themselves. They fail to know, although they're working for the Nigerian government, they fail to know that whatever they're doing in Biafra land as atrocities and criminalities, that they are endangering. They are endangering the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in DSS dungeon. Which Nnamdi Kanu said it, penned all of them down, and sent to Madhu, which the young man publicly sent the message across. But those of them that are still dwelling and dwells in the evil atrocity, they don't want to believe that young man. Some call our leader, that our leader is now running mad in DSS. I had it clearly. Some call him all sorts of names. Some of them went on social media and started castigating the beloved wife of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our Lola, our first Lola in this struggle, before Karomonde. Well, my heart grieves, because I don't see any reason why the people that call themselves Biafrans, that they will start messing up the struggle, planning to kill one another because of position, because of post. Tomorrow the person will come out and started preaching other people, come and join Biafra. Which Biafra? I used to hear them every time. They call out so pepper, so this, so that, so person. No, I won't need action. I used to ask them, which action? Don't you know that criminal, harlot, kidnapper, all of them carries action? For sure, they carry action. An armed robber carry a big action. Only the action. You carry action. Your master carry action. Which, ask yourself, where is such action leading you to? Is it into the level land or land of doom? When you see a man of truth, you start fighting him.
but you fail to know that truth is indestroyable. Truth you say today, in 1,000 years, it remains the truth. Truth, in Igbo language, truth said, eziokwu na-edu, eziokwu bụ ndụ, ibe mụrụ eziokwu aka azụ dị ya. That is why you join hands with criminals, punishing our leader in DSS, because you think you saw a man that carries action. I am telling you today, this night, that there is no action. That action you are saying, you are talking about is an evil action, not a real action, which struggle of liberation needs. Action without common wisdom is not action. Action without following the rules in this struggle is not action. Code of conduct. You must abide in our code of conduct. Are you a social media warrior? You must abide by our conduct. And you must sign the undertakings before you broadcast, before you started broadcasting. And you must be a member of IPOB in the country where you domicile. And you must be paying your dues, monthly dues, and other legalities. You cannot come out from the bush and started saying what you don't know. In the struggle I have been, started from 2013. Now you are the struggle. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, have already laid the foundation. On a strong stone, he laid the foundation of IPOB. You just come, you just walk out from somewhere, started destroying the whole thing. You think that it shall be well with you? No way. No way. Every action you have been into in this struggle, check yourself. If it is a good action, you will receive good. If it is evil action, evil is waiting for you at your door. You can never go scot-free. You can never go scot-free, because Nnamdi was said, one Igbo proverb said, "Onye anu ehi ga-ebuto sono nchenche." You don't have money to buy meat. When you see a man that purchases meat, you will say, this is not a shingo, this is not a meat, it's a shingo. Where have you been to when our leader formed EMS? Do you know anything about it? Do the secret leaked? No is the answer. You never ask yourself a question, a balanced question that have a balanced answer. You can never give what you don't have. Nnamdi can give what he has. That is our leader. A leader that is humble himself, but you, with your arrogancy, started insulting everybody. Those that are working day and night without sleeping. You are insulting them. Calling yourself a prime minister of Biafra in exile. Why you said Nnamdi Kanu is here, you are the disciple of Nnamdi Kanu. Which disciple are you who gave you the mantle of discipleship? Forcing your people, killing your people anyhow, collecting cars, causing havoc in our land. Prosperity can never forgive you wherever you are. Any man, any woman that is supporting you will not go unpunished. But you believe me, this night you are hearing my voice. If you don't want to join IPOB in a peaceful manner, in a peaceful conduct, then walk out. Not that if you commit crime, then IPOB leadership sacks you, then you started making trouble. Your trouble cannot not save you. There are some trouble we make. Biafra land will pursue you. No human being will pursue you. That your father's land will pursue you. You will not go. You will not. If you step your leg there, you die off. I'm angry sometimes when I'm talking about things concerning Biafra, because many people that never see anything, that are bragging, I want to see. Be ready, you will see it very soon. Those people that rendered their life, the struggle, you know, that have taken many souls, many blood have been shed. Where your eye is money, position. Ask yourself, am I qualified to fight for this position I'm struggling for? Even I myself, I'm not qualified, but privileged, pressure, give me this position, not by my qualification. I can see many people that are graduates with that common wisdom. Mazi Austine used to say, common sense. Common sense. Okay, you are killing your brother with AK-47. Your brothers, old age women, while herdsmen are in our various bushes. You are there to feed them out and kill. Only your brothers, you are using AK-47 at home because they fail to listen to you. Because Bible said, I know my sheep and my sheep knows me. see any single good way in your way. I don't see. You are walking in the way of Satan. Those you're supposed to respect, you disobey them, you dishonor them. You don't see them as anything. Those of them are not your father's mates. They are older than your father. But you continue dishonoring them. You fail to know that when you disobey your elder, that is the only commandment in the Bible that has penalty of death. Continue doing what I do. Death is waiting for you. Well, I don't have much to say, but one more thing before I conclude. I must surely thank our leader. And if Mazi Austine can permit me, when I round up, I will pray for Mazi, because my heart is bleeding right now before I drop. If Mazi Austine permit me, our leader.
Mazi, just 1 minute to round up, please. Yeah.
Okay. Biafrans all over the world. Yes, I have said a lot this night. We have said a lot. I am the last speaker before I hand my microphone to Mazi Austine. I want to use this 1 minute to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Obunaha Yahushua HaMashiach. Onye menigwe ana m ekene gị. Abụkụ onye. Biko, bịa ara m onye isi nye gị n'aka. September 2023 agaghị abụrụ anyị ihe efu. A ga-ewere ya n'aka ya mkpụrụ nwanne anyị na onweghị ihe o mere. Onweghị arụ o mere Chukwu. Na-apụta ya Chineke ọnọdụ ọ nọ na ya. Ọ gị ka ji ya kemgbe, ọ bụghị mmadụ ji ya. Ewere ahapụ iburu anyị nwanne anyị. Atụbata ha ka ha gbuo ya. Ndị na-arụ, ndị si na ha bụ autopilot, a na-eje gọọmenti oji na-ekoyi ya n'isi. Mana Chineke ị ga-abụra onye isi anyị ọbụ na-atụrụ anyị. Mee nke a na-ere ka n'aha Jizọs. Amen. Mazi, I'm handing microphone to you right now.
There were Mazi Obodechi. You have done well, and your prayers, Chukwabiyama, have answered it even before you start to pray. Because we are praying for the innocent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has done nothing wrong to be incarcerated. But like he himself had said many times, that a serious freedom fighter will not have time to dine with the oppressive government that he's trying to liberate his people from. But he will either be in exile, in detention, or in a grave. So he is in detention, and that shows that he's a serious freedom fighter. But he's not going to be there any longer. It's time for him to come out and take up the mantle of leadership again, and Biafra must come under his watch. That's what we know, that's what we are working for, and that's what will happen. Chukwabiyama is our witness. Thank you, Mazi, for speaking to our people. I want to recap that on the 14th of September is Saboteur Day, IPOB worldwide. And on that day, we are going to make peaceful protests in the diaspora in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who will be going to the Supreme Court on that day. And all eyes must be on the Supreme Court of the zoo called Nigeria. That is going to either make them or break them. They are dead already, and that day will be a day to bury them or to leave them still breathing. The ball is on their court, and we are watching very, very attentively, because we are not going to retreat, neither are we going to surrender. Stay on mute. We are not going to surrender, we are not going to retreat. Chukwabiyama is going to ensure that all our efforts shall never be in vain, because our hands are clean We are unbribable, we are incorruptible, we remain whiter than white and whiter than snow. Anyone who is going to equity must go with clean hands, and we have come with clean hands to claim what belongs to us and not what belongs to anyone else. So we want to say to Biafrans all over the world, keep on doing the good work, keep on supporting our leader Nnamdi Kanu and praying for him as we work at all angles, as we do whatever humanly possible to see that he is released unconditionally and very soon. Everyone doing his or her part and putting up the puzzle until the puzzle is complete and he will be free. Thank you for your listenership tonight again. IPOB Europe will come again on Wednesday to continue our campaign to liberate the mind and the mental slavery of our people, which have done great damage into the society because our people reason very, very differently because of their mental slavery done by the colonial master and their cohorts in the Fulani hegemonic empire who are trying to subjugate our people into submission. But IPOB is here to stop it. We are here to correct all the anomalies going on in that zoo called Nigeria. And Chukwuabiama is our witness because Biafra must be restored. There is no two ways about it. We say good evening from here. We thank you, Mazi Jonathan, for hosting us again and for work you've been doing for IPOB. Biafrans all over the world are happy with your work. Of all other radio presenters have doing their work, everybody contributing their bit and making sure that our people are being carried along as regard to what is happening in the We remember the ESN, commend them and pray for them, remain faithful and protected by the Almighty God. Pray for our media warriors, our legal team, medical corps, the leadership of IPOB, all the principal officers of IPOB all over the world, members. Pray for all of you that Chukwuabiam will continue to sustain you and guide you, fight for you, ensure that you live to see. I remain Mazi Austine Agbayim, the European the regional people of Biafra. Thank you so much, and microphone over to you.
There were Mazi Austine. Thank you very much. And all the coordinators that have spoken very, very well, dear friends and lovers of freedom. You have all had it from the horse's mouths, and we continue the campaign and the awareness from coordinators all over the world, Africa, Asia, Europe, America. We will never relent because we have no backwards gear. That is it. Therefore, thank you for listening to this hallowed platform where we worship and we continue. We must continue preaching the gospel. That is it. Because genuine freedom, genuine physical freedom is preceded by mental emancipation. What does it mean? In order to obtain a genuine physical freedom, we must first of all emancipate mentally, free ourselves mentally. Otherwise, we will end up getting the flag independence where we are running away from, and we will never have it. Therefore, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we must continue preaching the gospel. As I said, from next week, Nike Nkechukwu Kakabiama will be bouncing back as usual in order to preach the gospel. Udo dịrị unu ụmụ Chineke. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening. Yeah.
Alana lekwere na mgbabo Biafra, Biafra ndị ngozi obodo bụ sọma obodo doro nsọ. The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The far of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwa Biafra. Ebeka konusi Biafra, Ebeka konusi Biafra, Kaimara, Biafra, Kanebozo Kabiri, Kaimara, Biafra, Kanebozo Kabiri, Biafra, Kanebozo Kabiri, Waboke, Anijala, Namama. Wana lemo kamna lombo wana juno osina Biafra na Chukwu okike Biama onye anyị nọ n'aka ya mere anyị ihe mara Sọmpe ugbu a bụ oge anyị jala n'ala nna m Biafra balọma ala Chukwu gọziri ala mma na ala Chukwu gọziri the rising sun. Mgbe mbuka mkpụrụ okwu esi n'oji ihe nwatakịrị o were aka ya elu aka fụwa ya ụfụ wetuo ya maka na ọnọdụ ugo adịrọ n'igwe mma. Sọmpe lee ndị ala adịghị mma, ndị zuru ndị na-aṅụ ọbara mmadụ, ndị okwu ha abịakwala n'ọzọ ka ha kwatusuru Biafra. Mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ịdị n'aka mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ịdị n'aka na anyị ga-ala ugbu a bụ ka anyị jewere onwe anyị ugbu a bụ ka anyị ji ala Biafra natago. The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans, the far of the
(2018). That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met a great man. I sat with him today. He blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, for giving us this gift as Onibo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift. In the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I bless today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye fụrụ ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị arịa ọjị kwada. Ọ ihe mere taa. Mela Walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ. Tinye na fridge. Is a reality. Onye ndị uziri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ. Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising. Ndị na-use IPOB eme fundraising. Ndị na-use ESN eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị m gwa ụnụ, especially ndị ala emesi catcom, ndị ala egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto, lee kidnap ndị Igbo la nara ha ransom, la nara ndị Igbo moto lee egburisi lee ere bypass. Ọ sị m gwa ụnụ na ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. Because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị n'ile achọ ndebe ile azọ ndebe anyị ndụ. Ị bịa na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị m gwa ụnụ na ụnụ akọmitugo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I before the preach na radio Biafra from beginning, ụbọchị ọbụla ọbara onye Igbo gbara ala, I forget ya because of Biafra, I forget ya Biafra. Ọ sị nju unu message niile o nyere unu for 10 years. Ọ pụtara unu aghọta ya bụ message. Kee ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị. Na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi isi ka m gwa unu adịkwa ama ihe ama. La the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters. La ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ ya. Ka ihe ka ọsọrọ ya. Dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị. Dozu la na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe community. Ndị ga-mepesi akampụ n'ime community n'ala Igbo. Laza ESN. Laza ụmụọma. Ọ sị ngwa unu la the crime unu la commit. Lord, because of crime unu la commit ka ọ na-eme ndị Nigerian security forces Biabani, Hadiabani, Halam, Kosu, Mazi Yutu, or Mazi working in Hammer, like I did GSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government that Halam. Mono open the committee fa Hadiafon. Also, Bono. No, now, post again. They will live with a Boguson chat. Let a brand the banner 7 times every day. Call a brand the banner 7 times every day. Call a brand the whole Biafrans 7 times every day. Liasho Ipuno on Wapaka will offer before Waka mad. Okay, sorry, my people, sorry. You know, on my network Nigeria to all that. Now, only since can go on your Bonanolime community, Laza ESL, let be Bala, La Guy be better family, let be better than Munya, let be Ibe Obodo, Ibe Dirindes and Andichi Obodo. On your Sagabu ESL, I can let be. Also, on your Bonanola community, Sagabu ESL, like when I come from a community where criminal. You are not ESM. You are not working for Biafra. You have nothing to do with IPOB. You have no mandate from him. You are a criminal. Also, can make on matter. Like never in his life. Come make a run by anybody. Long we hear Maria. Long will get take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish in your deputy leadership. Omega abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like I'm not in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State, yeah, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osen Jono, onu let claim on onu followers here. And again with this structure, already bang dosia, long way here Maria ya take your charge. Osen Jono with a mental problem. Also can go on Simon Eba, member of IPOB. Simon Eba. Although any de me go no makarono man can soon use because on from him. If any lend whoever document here, up to the play area, on a joy we have one. And I'm in the best position to even quote that one here and I want without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eba is not a member of IPOB. Simon Eba has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what no mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from Onyendu? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, on IPOB members, so that criminals, they are disappointed in all of you. They are disappointed. Okadendo, somebody are also without consultation. See, there are form of Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I asked for you, see, did you give this? Sorry, Biafrans. Network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So, now, only see made it very clear. Simon Ebe will get mandate from Onyendu. Only see him going to Lord DSS that sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Eba is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. Only mandate from him, and yes, stop war is Zafia for whatever. Let's stop war. The any mandate. I confronted Onyisi today. See Onyendu. On when we but that that criminal, that fraudster was in land. See on with him use Yakaliru take over from you. Only say let him. Only say let him. He has nothing, no mandate, nothing, nothing in common with him. Nothing. He's just being fraudster using his name, using the name of IPOB, using the name of ESN. Made it very clear to me today. And Simon Amaneka watched this video. Only say somebody desist from using his name for whatever man. Stop using the name of IPOB. Stop using the name of ESN. You know nothing about these entities. Nothing. Because you're not a member of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB. Also, this is the message also to you direct. And our people, they use autopilot to Bulabani. Only system that the payment day is coming. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. In the use of fear, black committed abomination, atrocities. Lalibo, in the name of Hela fighting for Biafra. What do you know about Biafra? Can you hear about IPOB? It shall have IPOB the king of Hanes and Igbo. More Igbo, you know, in Finland. IPOB IPOB is out for freedom of our people. And they work on Lucha. They work on Lucha. They got to swang. They got to swang. They got to Finland. Not to swang on Alibo. In Finland, not to swang on Alibo. And you, we George, to Simon Alibo. What is this going on? Eh? And all some of you, are not happy with one. Are not happy with one. You know, maybe here jail prison or here jail a dungeon. They are abomination. They crime on that committed and live with here that place. I want to go to jail. All your son go. And everybody, all of you should stop using his name. If you want to do your own thing, commit the crime on your own. Stop using his name to do it. Stop it. Stop it. All of this nonsense on the member the right person. All the men who question me up on one. Oh, that keep it here. But over the person here. A Wakolucha Kailaga, over the Bundibo. Over the Bundibo. Also, on any single Igbo person involved in him. Three countries we have also UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the three countries in America. Also, Chetara. Malami, Abubakar Malami form one group la not. Putra announce a bounty. Lisi Yawaboyendu. Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya. To kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, they people are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought for them and helped them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet will see here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent with that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we are going to ban. Only Waki at the Himmer do. Or your son going today. Only go. My politician, my businessman, they involve in him and kidnap them on this like Kenya. Oh, just since you know. Also, going to have a result and Igbo. Over the Bundibo. Junu, okay, continue. Why le ro pour lima ya ga na attack o meru no kene. Omre bu ya ji kuo. Si me besi tachon. Lafia. Lia le radio is iwe because of Lia say stop us at home. Have I stop on immediately? No, you le wore iwe. Then no I continue na message at home. Open the announcement omre. Ozili no le si fanye jo for singuru no si fanye le so fanye jo for le si bosi yazri. Ozi aloye ejumako le si bosi ya wazri. Ozi maswele barisa maswele obara le si bosi ya wazri. Ozi barisa Chukwemeka ejofo le si bosi ya wa bonye ndusri. Onwere nke bụ forgery. Ihe na agwunu today bụ all of you ma ebe mmiri si bido wee gala agbado mmiri lunu na-eso a criminal na Finland. Also ngwu ya doro happy with all of you. And all of you, that bastard in the order, ele message that you na bani. Also ngwu ya actually bụ no onu retrace steps on. Retrace 7 steps. IPOB as
good night. Good morning to some of you, according to your location on the face of this planet Earth. We welcome you all to our today's live broadcast right here from our homeland, Radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist Mazi Austine. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is na Nnamdi. Nnamdi is a local government in Ojiriba province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under IPOB. Nnamdi is our leader, and he is still illegally in detention of Nigerian DSS solitary confinement. In Nigeria DSS solitary confinement. And that is why we are here to channel our people as our leader have equipped us here already. And that will continue to do, that our people should remain on the line. Remain in that very line. Do not shift from the line, because the body language of the zoo have indicated that you have fought a very good fight. You have fought gallantly to defeat them. They are shamelessly running away from their own court, as our leader promised them. I will destroy you in your own court. And that is exactly what is happening. When you see your victory, you have to thank God. You have to thank God. Let us not allow emotion to start counting days for us, when we should also remember that 2014 and September 14 is not the same. We started from, let me just say 2014, let me not go to 2012. Just check from 2014 we started this very battle. For how many years now? You count the victories you have secured. Then what is your business with 14th of September? Which you know that we have defeated Nigeria in their court. Nnamdi Kanu is illegally in detention. Do not be moved by their body language. It is your resoluteness, your consistency, that your determination that have forced Nigeria to be disgracing themselves. Now you understand the battle we are fighting. Now you know that while we are following world, international, law, we are making sure we maintain international and local laws, because we know that Nigeria kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria is the end of Nigeria. But they played it thinking they will succeed. Today, here we are. There is no way you will ever see us as Nigerians again at the end of this battle. This is one thing you must understand, because this is the last bus stop for our freedom fighter leader, which is Nnamdi Kanu. That is the last bus stop. Detention. one thing you must thank God for is to secure Nnamdi Kanu's victory in appeal. And you must understand that Nnamdi Kanu is not facing trial. He is not facing any trial. We are in the Supreme Court challenging the incompetency of the appeal court panel of, what is it called, that ruled on the Nigerian stay of execution application, which the appeal court judges knew that Nigeria government must obey the court order of the appeal first by allowing Nnamdi Kanu to go before they will file stay of execution. Now you understand. And today, we have destroyed every charges, all those they are about to make it. He committed this, he committed that. You know what is committed, he will defend himself. Those things have been destroyed in their court. Understand the battle you have won. You know how much they spent in kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, and you think that the battle is easy? That's why Nnamdi Kanu said, when they asked him, are you somehow angry or are you feeling so bad? He said, no, not at all. Not at all. Because he knew that what Nigeria is showing him as their own weapon, he have calculated it and know that this is what they would have been doing in our land by bombarding our land. But all their strength, Nnamdi Kanu have channeled it to court so that they will keep exposing themselves. Had we embarked on gun battle, they will do something and deny. They will use Kanu air fighter, they will deny, as they are using it in Enugu. They will throw missiles, they will deny. But in their court, they cannot deny. They are now running away. And shamelessly, the world is watching them. The world is watching Nigeria. And this is your effort, and that is why I am here to tell you that you, as a freedom fighter, fighting alongside with Nnamdi Kanu, standing shoulder to shoulder with him, remain in IPOB, or even if you are not IPOB family member, you walk in the direction of IPOB. Mind you that you have fought a very good fight, because what is pushing Nigeria in their court is your effort. What is pushing Nigeria in their court is your consistency. What is pushing Nigeria in their court is your resoluteness. And that is what our leader expects from thee. He never gave us dates. But to mind you that our boundaries have been secured by ESN. That is what our leader brought here 2020. He told them Biafra will come 2020. He launched ESN, marking out our boundaries and dealing with the enemies. Mind you that since then we have been defending this very land. Understand what we are doing. Understand this thing that there are different war fronts standing before IPOB, and we are confronting them. Facebook keep intimidating our program. It is not the matter. The matter is that we have defeated all battles. Forget this one Nigeria is doing. They are confused. This is exactly what they had in mind, to keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention and hand him over to another government, so that they will start begging that one. But unfortunately to them, God discharged Nnamdi Kanu in their appeal court. Discharged and acquitted. Today, Nnamdi Kanu is not under anybody, he just is illegal detention. He's in illegal detention. He has disgraced Nigeria. We are not going to beg anybody. We stand on obey court order. That is the very thing that our God did to them. If not, they would have told us, hey, I beg you, free Nnamdi Kanu. We are not in that very level, because we are not begging to be Nigerians. We are not intending to be Nigerian, and we are not even dreaming to be Nigerians, because this is a battle to leave Nigeria totally. And we knew that this is the end. People should try to control their emotion. Count the years back. Count that when our leader was brought here, they said we can never get justice in the court. But we have secured different court victories. That is to say, we are on the right track. And you have to remember that this very battle, you fought it with us. And we secured them. And we have put them in shame. Can you hear any noise from them? No noise from Nigeria. They are useless as we have maintained our peaceful approach. They have become useless. They have no weapon. They have nothing against Nnamdi Kanu. When they failed, they start with blackmailing. It doesn't work because Nnamdi Kanu did not come to try. He came to restore Biafra. IPOB did not come to try. We come to restore Biafra. Why we are here now is to make sure we guide you not to fall away, because Nnamdi Kanu can never be defeated. This is a thing you must bear in mind. Nobody can defeat him in this very battle of Biafra restoration. And that will be your guideline, something that will hold you, knowing that you must stand and make sure you maintain the line. Maintain the line. That is why the enemies are afraid. Had we not guide this very line and we remain here, these people will not be afraid of us. Do you now know that they are afraid of us in their courts? If they have any ground to keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention, why are they picking for adjournment? We knew that there would be vacation, but if Nigeria had something as they were posting, do you know that even the trial of Nnamdi Kanu is supposed not to reach to 2022? Because they were posting. He did this, he did that. We have caught him, which we expected that his court will be holding 2 times in a week initially. 2 times a week, as a country that has evidence, as a country that he terrorized, as a country that caught a terrorist, you get adjoining cases 3 months. That is to say, you don't have anything against him. And here we are in the Supreme. We told you we destroy you. We destroy you in Umuahia State High Court, 19th of January 2022. We destroy you in Appeal Court,